This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Today's discussion is a Twitter poll. Will you reduce spending, business or personal spending, based on market turmoil? And I love sort of the Twitter responses in some ways because you get people saying unfettered, crazy things, but that are true to them. So even though they might be I might think they're crazy. These people believe what they're saying. So here's the response I get. The Twitter question today is, and we got almost 1,900 responses so far. Will you cut personal or business spending due to recent market downturns? Uh, so far, we got 48% say yes, they'll cut spending, 52% say no. But I think what's most interesting is some of the answers. One person says, called Bronx Conservative, I make my money from salary, not the market. Another person says, neither. I won't cut or not cut. You only lose if you cash out. Unless you're retired, there's no need to cash out. Just hold the line. Things will pan out. I think he's probably largely right, but keep on moving forward, and now is the time to invest. Another person says, because I see where this is going, a global realignment of trade around the world that will not only benefit the U.S., but the rest of the world as well. I'm not going to cut spending. Another person says, I'm going to cut down on my personal expenses because I have suffered huge losses. And so you get a bunch of these different discussions. Another job person. Nope. Tariffs don't affect my job security. In fact, we're busier than ever before since we aren't importing foreign oil. I don't know what that means exactly, but it is what it is. Another person says, buy when the market is down. In any event, I think it's fascinating to see the wide array of viewpoints on this issue of how the market turmoil affects different people. There are certain people that aren't part of the capital class, don't own equities, that are quite frankly happy to see others sort of take a little bit of their medicine. All of us should remember the market's been up 80% over the last 5 years, so don't overly panic. In any event, I do love the unfettered nature of the responses we get on Twitter. Thank you all for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. We'll be back with you later today. We're talking to the great Canadian, David Pivnik, and we'll talk to him maybe about Ovechkin taking over Gretzky as the greatest goal scorer of all time. All of us that are Great One fans, the Gretzky, the Great One, might not be thrilled with Ovechkin, the Great Eight, taking over, but what an amazing thing he has done as well. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast.